Yes, greetings, my beautiful people. Welcome to another episode of Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani. In this episode, we are discussing the CES, the Consumer Electronics Show, held every year in Las Vegas. And I was able to see, many of the new gadgets on display this year. And I must say, my people, this is one of the biggest consumer electronics show in the world with over 4,500 plus exhibition exhibitors who are exhibiting their new technology, their new breakthroughs, and all that they have to offer for now and into the future. And, I've examined it from many different angles, looking at many different reports. They had probably over 6,000 different media houses there, but I only was able to observe a few to get a sense of, what happened and how it went down. But what first thing that got my attention as an African, as a Pan African, who is very much into technology and into science, is that I didn't see many African companies or Africans exhibiting or even attending the Consumer Electronics Show. And that is concerning to me because I believe that we have to be innovators in many of these technologies that's coming out. We have to be on the ball. We have to attend. We have to participate. We have to produce this technology. And you see big names like NVIDIA. You see big names who are coming into the field with electric vehicles, flying cars, and you know a whole heap of AI technology on display. That was the probably the biggest impact this year of technology was I think from the AI field. A lot of robotics, a lot of everybody's embedding in artificial intelligence and all kind of technology. And I must say it is fascinating to see because I love gadgets. I love science. I love innovation. I love to see things that that does wonderful things and practical things and solve problems. And that's what I feel like we as a people we have to get involved in these type of technology. We have to be able to be leaders and pioneers in some of this technology. And that was my biggest observation was the lack of African of black people involved in the whole innovation, the whole bringing to market new products, and that is an issue, that is a problem, and we have to rise to the challenge. Our government have to start to think, get it into their head. Our school system has to be start to recognize and reorganize itself for this new technology, this technological phase that we're going through. We are in a transitional phase in humanity right now with technology, and we have to get on board. I cannot say it enough. I'm a staunch Pan Africanist. You know what I mean? I believe in the total liberation of African people. I support the vision of Marcus Garvey for a great and strong African people that is respected around the world, that's self-determined, that that is self-reliant, that can do all these magnificent things. But I know within myself that nothing can be accomplished without technology. We cannot build anything. We cannot build roads or homes or schools or hospitals or cars or anything. We cannot build without science and technology. You can't build with praying. You can't build with meditation. You can't deal with trance and humming and dancing and singing and hoping. You cannot build with those things alone. You have to have a strong scientific foundation to build with. And we need to get on board because we're going to get left behind and we're going to end up become nothing but consumers where everyone will be selling to us and we're going to be the consumers of all these wonderful technologies that we're using. We need African companies. We need African schools. We need African students and technologists to step forward. Explore your curiosity. Explore your creativity. Solve problems that exist in your community with technology. We need to see more African present in these type of exhibition, and we also need to put on our own exhibition, not just following other people's exhibition, even though we want markets for our goods. But even if we have to start to put on our own exhibition to encourage our own children and our own African children to be able to bring forward their technological ideas, to put together these type of technology, and we can evaluate them, and we try to invest in them and get them to the next level. We have to be willing to explore these type of mechanism to encourage and inspire our children, provide economic incentive, financial incentives to different schools and different communities to be able to create, to innovate, come up with new ideas to solve problems in our society. And ultimately, that is the job of the leadership in the community, to be able to inspire young people. But there must be a commitment to this type of changes, because whether we like it or not, we are in a trend. We are transitioning from an analog world to a completely digital, electronic world where everything is going to be digitized. Every items, every devices, every mechanism will be digitized. Make no mistakes about it. And also prepare for the blockchain. Most of the stuff, that ownership and control of devices and assets, most of that will be tokenized and cryptorized, where it become cryptography will be controlling the ownership of goods and the tracking of goods and services. Land will be tokenized. The cattle will be tokenized. The farm animals will be tokenized. The fruits and vegetables will be tokenized. The whole supply chain will be tokenized, will be cryptorized, where all these things will be now available on blockchains to be tracked. So this is the future. This is how it's going to go down, and we have to prepare for it. We need to become pioneers in these areas. So as I look around and I see what's going on in the technological field, I want to see more African people engaging in these technology, developing these technology. And yes, that is what I will look for. As I'm looking at this technology. Now, I must say, I saw some nice technology, the flying cars, which to me was more of a drone that's big enough that it can carry a lot more weight. So it was just like, if you take a drone and you maximize it, that is how the flying cars are looking at the moment. Not like how we saw them in the movies, where they be propel, where you don't see the propellers. It just be based on some type of jet engine would be in the cars and shoot off. It's not that. It's more of a hovering, more of a propeller based mechanism, which is it's a step in the right direction in terms of how technology will develop. And that is why the space is wide open for us to get in. And I would say also in the battery technology, because most of the technology and devices that is coming out now will require technology. I mean, there are technology, but they will be requiring battery, power for them to work, for them to operate. So we need to also focus on that, knowing that we have a lot of natural resources in Africa and elsewhere around the world where we can leverage that to be able to build our own industry and power our own technologies as we move forward. So just keep an eye on that, my people. Keep an eye on the technology field, and also keep an eye on crypto and cryptography and the blockchain. All these things will be merged together, And also with the AI and the robotics. I saw a lot of that at the Consumer Electronics Show. A lot of robotics, have been rolled out. Quite frankly, I think there's a lot more development need to be taking place on that front. The robots them seem a little bit sticky right now. The looks of them is getting, the aesthetic of them is getting better, but they are still moving quite, not fluid or fluid enough for me at the moment. But they are working on it, and the ability to scan the body. That's another area that I noticed that they're embedded in scanners. And I've always said scanners is going to be a big area in the future. Anyone who can innovate, that can create the most sensitive scanners, that can scan biology, that can be atmospheric scanners, that can detect elements in the air, that can read the element tables from out of the environment. Anyone who can come up with a more sensitive, more if, range, more detection, you can make millions, if not billions, from high sensitive sensors, and scanners that can scan the human body, scan the animal, the plants, that can scan the atmosphere for different type of elements and be able to give you the percentage, the readings. Those are going to be magnificent going forward, because now we're going to try to embed scanners in cameras and in computers, in our doorbells, in our toilets, in our shower, in our home, everywhere, in our refrigerators, freezers. So scanners will be monitoring this real world and providing data for us to understand what's going on and to early detect diseases, early detect danger from, hazardous, dangerous chemicals and in the atmosphere. So big areas to come. Self-driving cars. A lot of these devices will be autonomous. They will need to be able to detect the environment. That's where sensors, artificial intelligence, AI, the robotics, quantum computing, cryptography, the blockchain, all these things will be merging. They all will be converging and merging and creating products that will be solving problems for us, and couple that with quantum computing, which, is about. I mean, I know it's a distant off, but now they've been able to shrink. I mean, at the CES, which is the Consumer Electronics Show, I think they showcased it from Nvidia a $3,000 supercomputer that can hold into your hand, which is about the size of a block, no more than this, for $3,000. I mean, this was unheard of 10 years ago. A supercomputer could normally fill up a whole house and processing a tremendous amount of data, trillions and trillions of bytes of data per second. And this is the capabilities now that they're shrinking down into a small device. These are revolutionary breakthroughs technologically for us. We got to take advantage of these things. We have to also build these type of supercomputers for our own use and utilize them when they are available to help push forward our own research and our own development at the stage that we are, until we can start to build our own. So we can't shy away from getting access to these type of supercomputers, use them to process our information for us, use them for us to work more efficiently, more effectively in carrying out our daily routine, administration of our society, administration of our resources, and so forth and so on. So, African people, we just have to stay ahead of these things. We have to keep abreast of the technology as they come out. We have to stay aware, and we have to know that we have to also create some of this technology for ourselves and use it for our benefit, not just become consumers of this technology. So hopefully next year we'll see one or two African exhibitors that will be exhibiting their technological breakthrough at the Consumer Electronics Show. Um, technology fascinates me, man, and yeah. So this has been another episode of Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani, and saying do like, share, and subscribe to this program. I will be covering more issues as we move forward, and looking at various subjects that needs to be covered in our community, and I'll be commenting on many of the breaking stories, trending stories in our community. But I need you to help me to grow this platform so I can keep providing you with more clear thinking with Brother Dulani. What good, my people. Have a wonderful day. My respect every time.